I'm trying to share my story with you from my college till now, and hope my story can give you some food of thought or a little hint to your life. So my name is Ting-Yun Chen, and right now I'm a deputy manager in the International Medical Service Department in Hermes Advanced Therapy System Corporation. And I'm also the postdoc in the Center of Advanced Instrumentation in NYCU. So here's the agenda and the story I want to share with you today. And I will talk about the first thing is share the outbound exchanging experience, my life in Pittsburgh, and the second is what I did and what I prepared before I graduate from our department. And I'll spend a little time talk about my work, current work, and also I'm going to share a little things based on in my view, what's the difference between the industry and the academia, and I will give a little summary in the end, and welcome for the question in the end of my speech. So the story starts from China Medical University. So I was a physical therapy student in China Medical University, and in my when I was a college student, I have an interest about the interdisciplinary learning. So I tried to find a lab which is not included in our department. So there is a lab I work with in my since I was a second year student when I was a college student. I work with the risk management department and the Chinese traditional medicine professor, and they have a carpal tunnel syndrome clinical characteristic analysis research, and I learned a lot with them, and so from here I have a little bit of knowledge about what is the research and what should the research do. So after that, I got a chance to directly go to the master program of rehabilitation science, also in the China Medical University, and I get my master degree there. And in that period, I trying to learn something different. I already got my physical therapy bachelor degree, and so I'm trying to learn something more, try something different stuff. So I joined Dr. Chen, his lab, and he is working on the physiology experiment in a rat model. So my master degree thesis is focused on the post-thoracotomy pain relief in the rat model, and trying to use the transcutaneous electrical stimulation and medicine weight, and see what's the effect in this thoracotomy pain models. So after that, I have a gap year. So in here, I have a gap year here, and for me, because so when I graduated from China Medical University, I have to face things that. Should I go to work or I keep a follow to get a PhD degree? And in this time point, because I still not got my physical therapy license, Actually, I failed when I failed several times after I graduated from the Department of Physical Therapy in CMU. And so this time point, I'm thinking about, should I keep going on to get through these difficulties, or should I just give up and try to find something else to do? And so I'm trying to use 1 year and I try to use 1 year and focus on this and try to figure out is if I have this ability to get through these difficulties. And finally, in 2014, I got my PT license. Also, I get a chance to come to here and join our department in NCKU. So in this time point, I think, okay, I will get my license and also I get a chance. So it was to try, give it a try. So I come to NCKU and start my PhD student life here. So when I was here, my first year my first years, actually, when I come here, I feel very excited, and I found that NCKU is a really good university. It's a lot of chance and without any limits. And so I faced my first chance to have a chance to go abroad. At that time point, I have idea to doing something with Alzheimer's disease, and I really got a chance, exchanging chance to the Arizona laboratory to do the experiments with them. And we have a very good communication and with email back and forth. However, in that time point, so there is some limit because so our school said there is a limit because I still now fully study 1 year in NCKU, so I'm not able to go abroad. So at that time point, I just have to say sorry to them. So this is the chance I lost when I was a first year's junior PhD student in our department. But luckily, so in the second years in my PhD student life, I got another chance to visit the University of Pittsburgh. And there is a professor, he just come back to NCKU. NCKU, and we have a good talk with each other, and he said he is okay to bring me to University of Pittsburgh to do the research. So it's luckily, so I get a scholarship from our hospital. It's a Global Networking Talent 3.0 plan. It's a 1 year plan. Scholarship for you. You can just go aboard and do the research what you want. And close to the end of the first years, my advisor in the University of Pittsburgh, I have 2 advisors over there, and they both think my project is have a good potential to be extended to a PhD thesis. And I also got the support from my advisor in NCKU, Dr. Hong Jinxia. So so at the time point, I decided to stay over there and continue the research project over there. So lately, so you need a funding to stay over there. So I tried to apply the scholarship for international doctoral students at the University of Pittsburgh. So it supported me around like 1 year. And luckily, after the second year, I got another project called Ministry of Science and Technology overseas project for postgraduate research. Probably a lot of people know this is called the 千里马计划. And in the close to the end, because there's still several months empty over there, so I apply another called the NCKU doctoral student study abroad, also called the SURF project, 博士生世界徜徉计划, from our school. So this is for scholarship supporting me a lot, and let me get through to finish my PhD thesis and all experiment in the University of Pittsburgh. So here is several pictures I took with my professors and good friends. So here it is my advisor, Dr. T.K. Hong, and this is my another advisor who named Dr. Zhang Yingze. So here's my lab mates, and probably you also know that Dr. Cui, he just visited our department last year, and he's invited by the nursing department and give us a speech. And also my housemates and roommates and the friends, we go ski and we go to the welcome party to share our experience with the student who just arrived at Pittsburgh. So here's my summary about the scholar application tips. So the most important thing is take the initiative to find the resource. You need to find the source, and you got a chance. And you have to be focused on this. For example, you can check the school bulletin board and also the email from school. I know a lot of people just throw it away to the trash can, but sometimes there are so many important informations over there. And also you can attend the scholarship workshop to get more information, something like that. So you have to keep your eyes on it. And so another thing I suggest, you gather your application materials already any time, because sometimes when you know there is information about scholarship and the time deadline is so close that you have no way to figure out. So if you can get your materials already all the time, you can just meet the deadline for most of them. And don't ignore the small award, because many small can make it big. Just in my, for example, just like my case, I used 4 scholarships to support me for my PhD. My PhD thesis experiment lab in Pittsburgh for 4 years. And so another important thing is your personal connection, because most of the scholarship you need a recommendation letter. So you should have a bucket list in your mind, and you know the which professor, teacher who is most who may know you a lot and can give you a good comment. And it really helps when you use this kind of recommendation letter to increase your chance to get a scholarship. And also you can ask someone who have experience, because they have experience and they know how to prepare the scholarship to fit their requirements. And the number 6 is keep trying. So after I returned to Taiwan, so at that time point, I become the senior PhD student in our department. And so I come back to our lab and have a very good time with my lab mates. And also we do a lot of things. I believe you guys still remember. So we do the 1 day in NCKU, and also I took the course in our bio-E department. There's a holistic precision health course. is held by our education government department, and we get the first place of a group report. And this experience will be a highlight in my resume laterly, because right now people talk a lot about his holistic precision healthcare a lot. So before graduation, I found there is a project named called RISE program, and I just checked my email and I found there's a email shows there's a program for looking for a job, because I'm close to graduate, so it grabbed my attention. But you can see there is so close. In April 15, I get the email, and April 19, there's a program orientation and with the job fairs. And so in that, I only used 4 days to reorganize my resume and send to all job opportunities. And very soon I get the interview opportunities on the same day. And so after several days later, when April 22, I start to go interview with these companies and keep do this in the following week. So in April 23rd, I start to get my first offer, and more in the following days. So I applied around like 16 job opportunities, and I get a response. I get 8 companies give me the response as for interview, and I get 4 offer from them. So yeah, that's what I did. And finally, I choose to come to our company right now. So there is a training, like a training leader. So I belong to the NYCU. So that's why I'm also the postdoc, one of the postdoc in NYCU right now. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the RISE program. So the RISE program, because why I'm going to share this with you, because the RISE program is both for the our local student and also the international student. The requirement just you got your PhD diploma, and everyone have one chance to get this support from the most. So it's also called a high-level industrial professional contemplation program, and it's a 1-year training, but at least you have to train around like over 6 months. For example, for me, I joined this project, but I only got 9 months training, because this project start from May, but I still not graduate at that time point, and so I lost the first 3 months funding. But I think it's okay, because it just gives you a chance to be an internship to the industry, and so you let the company able to see you and know what our PhD doing, and you also have a chance to see the different world between the academia and the industry. So okay, so here is some job application tips I want to share with you. So the same thing is just like I said in the scholarship application tips. So the first thing is update your resume anytime, because sometimes you got a chance that you have to meet the timeline. In the time, sometimes the limit deadline is so close, so you have to update your resume anytime. And also the second one is you have to review your resume, repeat it with different people, because different people may give you a different suggestion with that. And you have to make sure your resume is able to read and easy to read for anyone, because you don't know who will get your resume, who will read it. So you have to make sure it's easy to read and easy to understand. And so the third one is make it simple but distinctive, because you have to be a little bit special. Sometimes there's a lot of applications also over there. So how to make your resume a little bit special than the others, but not too long, because they have no time to read your resume. So no longer than 1 page. And so the first thing is you have to review before submission. It's special. It's a very it's not good to find a typo or something wrong in your resume. The resume is just like a standard, a symbol of you. So if there's something wrong over there, it may people feel not that good. So you may lose your chance. So check before you submit it. And the fifth is you have to track your application. This is also important, because sometimes they just hesitate which one they're gonna to choose. And if you just give them a very polite thank you later after you interview, you give them a good it may give them a very good thinking about maybe this person is a he or she personality is more like good than is just like a feeling, give them good feeling. So it's give you, if you just have no too much different with another, they have a struggle to how to choose, and maybe this may help. But it's nothing to lose, so you just check your application and reply and just ask. So you also can ask them for any suggestions and learn from here and to improve your next interview. And sixth is don't give up any chance. So just ask if there is another or more job application chances. So you just try to send out your resume as more as possible. It will increase the chance you get the interview chance. So here I graduated from NCKU in July, and so thank you, Dr. Wong and Yang Ru, and also you guys. You helped me a lot to support me, and finally I finished my PhD thesis and have a final defense very smoothly, and finally I graduated from here. So yeah, we have a good time and very rushed, but have a good time. So in here I'm going to suggest you to save as like around like 2 weeks to stay here, stay at NCKU after you graduate, because you may not able to get your diploma that soon, and if you're going to print out your English diploma, it takes around like 3 to 5 working days. So don't leave that early. When you only leave when you got your all the stuff and you are ready to go. So after that is my current work. So in August, I come to Hermes Advanced Therapy System Collaboration, and this figure is our building. Is in Hsinchu, and so I got the opportunity of deputy manager, and our department is internal medical service. So we do I'm trying to develop the service for international tourism, and we also help find a solution for the hospital about how they develop their international medical service. So here is a brief profile of our company. So it's our company is new, so it just established July 2020, and our headquarters now is in Hsinchu. And so we the third location not only in Taiwan but Southeast Asia. And our president is Eddie Pong, and the COO is Chen, and he's my advisor in industry right now. So he told me a lot. So our company's service is focused on the proton therapy, is one kind of cancer therapy. Then we sell the machine and also the service with the correlated to the cancer care. And also we do the training for the people who have to do the radiation therapy correlate to the proton therapy. And we also have a RD department to doing some medical image project development. And also we have a global medical service, just like my department we are working on. And also we have a smart medical angle where we do the smart medical building, and also create the smart medical hospital. So it's close to end of my talk. So I still so fresh in the industry, but I want to share a little bit in my view, and there. So at least 8 points, and probably you can think about it. What is matter most to you, and are you more fit in industry or academia? So first thing is the profitability. So in academia, we all know that we apply for funding and write papers, and probably if you are a professor, you do teaching, and you also trying to help run the department. But if you are in industry, it's more SPU, have a multitasking. So sometimes maybe you have to think about something like marketing, or you have sometimes you have to think for something for sale, and something for like a product development, and in the very in a very different angles. So there is and sometimes you have to collaborate it, and you have to think about how to make the things work. So it's more like a multitasking stuff compared to the just keep focus on your research, and so more stable in your academia life. So a second thing is the flexibility. So I talk about flexibility about like time. So in academic, you have more flexibility to have your schedule, and but so when you come to industry, you have to work from 9 to 6 every day. So there's no flexibility, and sometimes probably even longer. Like yesterday, I go home at 10. So it's if you more likely have a freedom to schedule your time, probably academic is more suitable for you. So And the third one is collaboration. So in academic, you can choose you want to work with other or you would like to do the research by yourself. But when you work in a company, there's no way to choose. You do the teamwork anytime, and every project you do the teamwork instead of by doing yourself. And so the fourth is the workplace culture. So in academic, we will think so how to get the fund, and this is the most important thing. But in the industry, we have a lot of pressure about the day limit because based on the task or something they assign to you. There's a lot of different deadline that you have to face, and so there is a difference between this, and also the individual impact. In academic, we find out the truth, the new things, and observe the nature, observe the things that we want to know. And rather in the industry, we more focus how to make the money. And the sixth is the freedom of intellectual freedom. And so here, so in academic, you have freedom to know. Freedom to what you're going to know, because you can choose your research topic, and you can choose what the direction you want to go in the future. But in industry, you most of the time you go with your company. You have no flexibility with that. And the most important is the salary. But this one maybe industry a little bit better. Better right now. In my case, I feel the salary maybe is a little bit better than industry is a little better than academic, and the eight is career achievement. So in academia, we all know. So you after you graduate from PhD, and you become association professor, and then finally you become a professor, and you just follow this. And but so. In the industry, your career achievement may be very depends on what you want and what you need. So you may do something you are really good at, or you want to be a manager to manage the project. Is all up to you. So I have a conclude. I want to conclude here, but there's no good or really bad between two of them. You just want to choose which one is the most fit to you. So yeah, here's the summary and then the end of my talk. So I share the words which from Nightbird. She is a singer, and she has a beautiful voice and a very positive thinking girl. So because I know in our PhD student life is also you always feel pressure and very depressed in most of the time, and struggle and feel, oh, when can I graduate? But she told us so you can wait until life isn't hard anymore before you decide to be happy. So try to cheer you up a little bit. And don't be too frustrated, because after you graduate, you will find the world become different to you. And so here is a little, this is the end of my talk. So welcome for any questions, and thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you, Ting-Yun. Thank you for your speech. I think, is anybody have some question to ask for Barry? Oh, they give you big hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, can everybody turn on your cam? 同学，我觉得请你们把 镜头打开，跟学姐见面。等一下我们还是要个合照哦。Turn on your cam, please. 还是有人在开车呢？哦，太好了。Very good, very good. Okay, I think Ting-Yun is a very special alumni. She spent longer year to finish her degree, but she got her job soon when he graduated from our institute. So if you keep on trying, get some scholarship supported is very, very important. So if anybody have some question for her, cherish the chance, very, very special. Okay, one.
I have a
Is Tick? Tick has questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, go.
Hi, Ting-Yun. Thank you for sharing your experiences. I want to ask you say that you apply for 16 position, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is made me shocked.
Yeah,
I want to
I
ask
make it in
that
4
what
days,
application
so you
you
have to. That's why I
for
have
the
to make
16?
it soon. Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have some question for her?
I'm Ishan. I have a question.
Okay, Isan, go.
And thank you for Ting-Yun's interesting and informative speech. And I have a question is that in the bachelor and master degree, we are trained to be a therapist. And in the doctoral degree, we are trained to work in the academic field or also in the medical field. So, what do you feel the most taught things to work in the industry? Because I think it's a high tech industry. It's very different from what we are supposed to work in.
Okay, so in my opinion, I think the most difficult things is the salt, because we are training for research, and so we use a lot of time to trying to process and do the critical thinking and going through it one by one, and spend a lot of time to make sure everything is okay. But in industry, you have to do everything as soon as possible, because the time limit always is so close, and you have to hand out something in a time limit. So it's a big challenge for you, because sometimes you still not finished, and it's still not well done. But you have to hand it out and trying to explain it, and trying to promote it, and so I think sometimes I will feel so there's sometimes I feel guilty or so weird to do that, but I still try to get use of it.
Good, thank you, Barry. Is anybody have some question for our alumni? Okay. Good. I think it's about time to end. Again, let's give her a big hand for her wonderful speech. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. 那就谢谢你。
好，
谢谢你。
谢谢大家，
那我们
谢谢。
对 ，OK, thank you, bye bye.
Thank you, bye, see you.
Okay,
Welcome to
bye-bye.
contact me if you have any questions.
对 If you have any question, you can still email to Barry. Okay, thank you, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay.